So let's start with the jaw. Now what you've learned is that it's really important where the jaw is sitting in such a close relationship with what upper cervical spine is doing, and obviously upper cervical spine is strongly influenced by lower cervical spine. We'll stay with that for the moment. Now, you've learned to mobilise the jaw, so this should be quite easy for you to do. Again, the lateral glide that you learned, I'm coming from posteriorly onto the mandible, doing a little bit of a mobilisation. Now, if that's sore, you might want to come up a little bit. You know it could be sore where the retrodiscal tissue is up there. Now, you know that where the joint is positioned is influenced by cervical spine. So I'm on the transverse process of C1, so I'm right out the side, and I'm doing a lateral glide. None of this is strong, it's all really gentle. So we'll start with C1, and it's a little bit sore on me. I can feel it's actually stiff. So what I want to do is say, does that loosen up, and how does that feel come back to the jaw? Now the jaw was sore a little minute ago. Now what I've noticed is that it's actually a little bit freer after I did the C1. Now that's what you're doing the whole way down the spine. You want to see and look how little I do. It's a very small amount. C1, I'm coming on the lateral process of C2, so on the transverse process, doing a lateral glide. All right, and you could go down C3, 4, 5 or C3, 4, but they tend to be hypermobile, so I'm not really interested in those. And you'll be always coming back to how has that influenced, yes, my lower limb tension test, because you've learnt about the myodural interconnections at C1 and C2, and my upper limb tension test. All right, so I'll say that again. Done a few tests, lower, upper. You've now done TMJ, C1, O1, C1, C2. Yeah, probably leave it at those two levels. And then you retest lower and upper limb. And if this was a lot looser in lower limb, you know that you need to say to your client, look, it's really important that we work with your posture and teach you some jaw exercises and neck exercises to free up if they might be getting some referred lower limb pain.